Hey Matt, how are you? Mohammed with the Exchange. So man of the match last week, but so far you haven't had a clean sheet or you haven't been getting clean sheets. Anything that you can improve or something like that? Any thoughts like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think always you want to have a clean sheet, and I think, you know, the more we have the ball, the less they have the ball, and so the more we can control the game, the less we have to do to have a clean sheet. So, you know, moving forward, I think that's something that all 11 or all 18 of us are continuing to work on.
Scott?
Hey Matt, appreciate the time. Scott Church from Stream Punk Sports. The first 4 matches, you guys gave up 6 goals and 12 shots. The last 2 matches, you gave up 2 goals on 12 shots. What do you attribute that to, both the positive and possible negatives on that, and any thoughts in general? Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's just too small of a sample size to really take anything from it. It's 3 games, and then 3 games are, what was it?
4 and 2.
4 and 2.
Yeah.
It's too small to take anything from that, and that's part of, you know, as I'm stepping into this role, that's part of the role, is not getting frustrated after 2 games, 3 games. It's about riding the season as a whole, and you know, putting game after game into a 34-game season, and staying, you know, pretty mellow throughout that. Never too high, never too low.
Oliver?
So you were on the Team of the Week last week, and congratulations for that. You were also fined by the MLS disciplinary committee for embellishment or simulation, undisclosed amount. Can you tell us what happened with that scrape that we all watched on Apple TV between you and Suarez and the court?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised I'm getting fined for it, just because you can see that he makes contact with my hand, and then my hand hits my head. It's a one-on-one. I'm very exposed. That's the situation, is I did get fined. So, you know, as far as what happened afterwards, I actually don't know, because I was, you know, trying to kind of mind my own business, and I had my head down because I was trying to just, you know, hold the ball and let my teammates take care of the situation, which they did a great job at, and they protected me, which is always, you know, positive and something I appreciate.
Can I ask a follow-up? What is it like in a moment like that to be, I guess, up against one of the great aggressive players in world soccer? You know, shithousers, to go and use the term of art. At a moment like that, are you thinking of that, or are you just?
Yeah, I don't really think of who I'm playing, to be honest. It's pretty similar no matter who I'm up against, and so in that moment I'm not really thinking about him. I'm just you know, focused on myself, and for me I was trying to kind of feel out my hand and feel if I can keep playing the game, as well as you say he's aggressive. I'm pretty aggressive as well, so you know, I try to kind of match whatever is thrown up against me.
Thank you.
Onto the Zoom, we'll go with Alec.
Hey Matt, Alec also by Brooklyn. So you seem to lock down the starting spot this season. Obviously, you want it to be in the last season, and I wanted to know how your relationship with your teammates and running specifically the back line has developed over the last, you know, month or so of you starting.
Yeah, I think just continuing to expand on the relationships that we started to build last year. You know, towards the end of last year, Burke coming in and Kev locking that spot down, and Micha and Tavon both doing really well on the right, and Thiago obviously always doing so amazing in the middle. So I think just kind of continuing to build chemistry and learn how to work together, and I think that's a kind of ever evolving, constantly evolving process. If we're together for the next 10 years, it would still be evolving. As we individually change our game, the collective of a back 4 plus a goalkeeper, a back 5 plus a goalkeeper also has to continue to change. So kind of in a constantly evolving process that is really interesting to be a part of.
Michael, Andrew.
Matt, Mike Andrew from Blue City Radio. Thanks for the time. One of the tenets of New York City FC's play style is holding the ball and being able to really possess from that back and move the ball successfully to the forward line. But this year it seems to be more difficult for the team to execute, and there's been a lot of turnovers in the defensive third or the middle third. Just curious what you're seeing, if where you would say the reason is coming from that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to separate away games from home games in this conversation. Keeping the ball at home is always very different from keeping the ball away, and we've had 4 away games and 2 home games. So as far as looking at the numbers of possession and stuff like that, I think it's somewhat difficult to compare after only 2 home games relative to previous seasons. I personally think the sixes, Jimmy, Keaton, Andres, are doing a really, really good job at getting on the ball, and when they get on the ball, it's very noticeable, their quality and their composure on it. And I think everyone in the back line is also doing a good job at keeping it and knowing the moments when we should keep it and when we can't. This is also something that we can always work on. It's similar to what my last answer. It's a very constantly evolving process of always striving for more possession and more meaningful possession. And so I think it's just something to continue to work on. But I really do think that the 2 sixes in there and the back line, as well as obviously the front guys, are doing a very good job of keeping the ball, and it's just a question of continuing to work on it together.
Juan Carlos?
Hi, Matt. Juan Carlos from Impact Sports. Just talk to me about winning the duels against Luis Suarez the last match. I know we're past it, but just wanted to know your intake on that duel. You made pretty good saves, so I want to know how you feel.
Yeah, I don't really worry about who it is. It's just it's not just another striker. It's Luis Suarez, but my mindset is it's another game. There's another striker who's trying to score on me, and I'm trying to do everything I can to prevent that. And ultimately, he did score. So there's areas that we can all, including myself, clean up and move forward from it.
Final one, we'll go with Christian.
Hi, Matt. You finished the regular season out last year at City Field. You're back there now for the first time in 2024. What do you enjoy about the experience of playing at City Field?
City Field's awesome. Both City and Yankee are both awesome, places to play, and the fans' energy is very, very clear there in both stadiums. You're asking about City Field, but it's an amazing place to play. It's a historic venue, and it's easy to find motivation and to find energy and to find confidence when there are the amazing supporters that we have behind the goal or behind the opponent's goal, cheering us on or booing them. So the energy that they bring is super palpable, and it really affects us. So we're always very appreciative of that.
If I can just follow up, as well. You've had a couple of tough road games. To come home, does it give you that extra couple percent? Though you've got them behind you, and the noise is coming for the full 90.
Yeah, it gives us a lot of confidence. Gives us energy, and also it's kind of like it helps us not wake up, but it helps us turn the page into, now it's a five game home stretch, coming off of arguably the two hardest places to play in the league, in Cincinnati and Miami. So this shift to being at home now allows us to get our confidence and go out to win every single game.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Recording stop.
God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.